Yo, this is my weekly update, and I'll be talking about my winter arc mesocycle week 2. I'll also mention some of the videos that are going to come out next week, so stay tuned for that. But first off, let's talk about my weight changes, how I'm feeling with the workouts, changes with my diet, changes with the lifts themselves, and how you just, as you're going through a mesocycle, as you're going through progressive overload. I can't talk today. Progressive overload, the way that you modify as you go week to week. It doesn't just stay the same. Hence, progressive overload. All right. So, yeah, first we can start with talking about my weight. I lost 1 more pound this week. Yep, that's right. I'm down to 187. But as I always say,
fuck the scale.
or am I not supposed to cuss this early in a YouTube video? Oh, well. I don't get many views, anyways. Yeah, fuck the scale. Basically, I'm saying that because there's just too many factors into play to really get happy or sad about just losing that 1 pound. We got fluctuations. Everyone always hears water weight, this, that, and the other. There's a lot more to it, and I'm planning to make a science-based video on that soon. But yeah, I lost 1 pound, so at least I'm trending downwards overall. Pretty sure that I've been gaining muscle along the way and having a recomp as well. And that brings me to the next thing. Food, diet. How hungry are you, man? I'm not super hungry, but it's more of a mental thing where I fast during the morning because I'm taking Mots-C. And once I start eating, it's just like the eating doesn't stop. So I've been eating more like 15,000 to, or not 15,000, I'm sorry, 1,500 to 1,700 calories. And my goal was 13 to 15. So I feel like that's closer to maintaining. And that would be a reason why I'm not losing the fat as fast as I want. Although I think I may still be losing fat pretty fast. That could be a result of the Mots-C, or I could just be really underestimating the amount of calories I'm burning in a day. Because I'm just assuming I'm burning like 2,000, 2,200 in a day. I have a pretty sediment life. I work from home. I'm not running around, walking around too much. So like the cardio I get here is the freaking cardio I get for the day. You know what I mean? Other than walking around Costco. Who doesn't like walking around Costco? Right. How are you sleeping? Well, we're into week 2. I'm sleeping the same, if not a little bit better, but that doesn't really have too much to do with the working out. How am I feeling with my energy levels? Well, my energy's still been there in terms of when it comes to working out. Obviously, throughout the day, there's other factors for that. But I would say since I've put cardio back into the game, I'm actually getting more energy than you would think throughout the whole day. So that's that. Week 2, still progressing. Still, everything is getting better. As my mesocycle goes on, you'll start to slowly see me die and not talk too fast. that probably will happen. But we'll talk about that when it happens and why it happens and study it, which would be really freaking cool, right? Not just say like, this happens in the mesocycle. No, we'll say this is why this shit happens. That's what I want to know. Everyone always tells you like, yeah, that's gonna happen. And it's like, dude, that's the same as my mom telling me something that 10 years later I found out wasn't true when I was a kid. So anyways, I'm yapping. All right. As for the experiments on myself with the Mots-C, not too much to say about that. I'm feeling like I would during any normal cycle. Of course, a part of me in my mind is like, oh, you're eating a little more calories than you want to every day, but you still seem to be losing a lot of fat. Maybe it's the Mots-C. I can't really, I'm telling you, we got to wait till like week 4, week 5, or even at the end of this when I go and get a DEXA scan to see how much percent I've lost on body fat percent, and really tell if the Mots-C is doing anything. But I guess what we could say is I haven't been having any side effects whatsoever from it. So either it's doing something or it's doing nothing, but it's not harming me. And I actually just went to get more blood work. So if it's somehow harming me in a way that I don't feel, I'll notice that on the blood work. I guess we could talk blood work next week. All right, as for my lifts going into week 2, week 3, I am adding sets onto some of the main ones. So like for my flat bench press, I'm adding a set. I want to work on my glutes. So for my hip thrust, I'm adding a set. And then I'm also adding weight continuously to certain workouts. So every week my hip thrust is going to go up. Every week my press is going to go up. This is just an example. There's other ones in there too. And then other things are just kind of remaining the same. I've even got some things that I just do 1 set of it in there just to throw it in. Then 2 sets of quite a few other things. Right now, 3 sets on a workout is basically like, that's part of my main lifts. So like I have 3 different chest movements, which you can see all this stuff in the video I made where I talk about every workout, every lift that I'm doing on every day. So Monday through Saturday, it's all in there. And I show you how to do the lift. The shorts do that as well. But yeah, so I'm adding sets and I'm adding weight. I'm doing a progressive overload. Mental state, as in your discipline versus your motivation. At some point or on certain days, your motivation dies out. And that's when the discipline has to kick in. I haven't had too much of a problem with that. I think building this incentive-based mesocycle was really the way to go. Like, I'm seeing the difference. The stuff that normally I wouldn't do because I'm tired and I already did the stuff that I like, I'm doing it. It's working out perfectly. I would definitely recommend this to people. Like, I know it's probably not the best scientific approach to building a mesocycle, but actually being able to mentally get all the lifts done every day has been crazy cool. Because I am the type of person that will like knock off 1 or 2 lifts at the end if they're the ones I don't want to do and I'm already tired and I'm like thinking about everything I have to do after the gym. So yeah, an incentive-based mesocycle, I talk about that with building the mesocycle. That's a whole nother video that you can check out. All right, coming drops, my videos that are coming out. So it seems like some people really like the laundry with me pilot. So I'm going to do another laundry with me video this week. Same thing for the cardio with me video. I've got a lot of new shirts coming in from some different companies and same companies that I've had on before. So I'll be making at least one shirt video this week. And then I'd really like to do a science video telling you how your body fights back. Because everyone says like, oh, your body fights back when you're losing weight. But I want to know why. I want to research that, and I want to let you know this is what your body does, and this is how you can either fight back or use it to your advantage in a way. Flip it on them. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're fighting and someone's attacking someone and they use their energy to kind of reflect it onto them. That's what you're going to do to your body when your body's like,
you ain't losing no weight.
And be like, yeah, I am losing weight because the gym guy told me how.
Anyways, let's just end this update. So I told you guys everything that we can compare week to week. What's my biggest win and biggest challenge? Biggest win is I feel like I'm starting to see definition. Biggest challenge is when I film things and take pictures, I don't feel like I see the same thing that I see in the mirror. And then, of course, throughout the day with body fluctuations, it's like 1 second I could feel kind of confident, but for the most part, I'll look in the mirror again and I don't feel confident, I would say. So therefore, my biggest win and challenge is the same thing. It's just like my concept of myself. I'm going to say the food changes. I'm going to do some food changes. So what does that mean? I haven't came out with my food video because it's a lot of editing that I'm having to do. But basically, my food's broken down into different options that I can eat throughout the day. And I stack those options and I get the macros I want, which is basically my protein and keeping my calories at a certain level. Everything else is fine. If I have those two in place, the other one, like fats and carbs, do the shit for themselves. So what I want to do is eat less calories, but still the same protein. So what I'm going to work in is 2 shakes a day, totally collagen and ultra filtered milk. So that'll get me just like damn near pure protein for the amount of calories that I'm working with. And then of course I have my meat meals. I'm probably going to do tuna and half a pound of ground beef. So 4 meals in the day, 2 of them are going to be shakes. We'll see how that goes. And then of course like protein pretzels or even like Quest chips somewhere in there probably. I have to double check on where my calories will be at, but that should be pretty good. That should get me in the 220s or higher on protein and still keep me under 1500, which really I want 1300 now. Like on calories, I'm really ready to just like, I want to see the cut happen. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. That's everything. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.